before I get too distracted, it's time to get down to business because our next guest, he's cool. He gifted us an early 5-year show anniversary gift in the studio. I'm not gonna lie, we kind of take pleasure in walking all over it. I'm talking about our brand new carpeted studio right here. I'd like to welcome to the show Mr. Eric Stevens of Eric Stevens Flooring. How are you doing?
Good, happy to be here, man.
Hey, man, I'm glad that you're here. It is so cool to finally get a chance to meet you because we have a similar contact, Christine.
That's right. Christine's a good friend of mine.
Yeah. So we put out the word. We're looking for somebody that can come take care of our studio, and you responded. She connected you with us, and voila. So I got to ask you, man, how did you feel when you came and you saw the eyesore that we have been seeing for years, and what was your first thoughts?
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, it's all too common. You know, somebody came in and kind of haphazardly pushed these boxes together, and then, you know, they had some carpet scraps that they just kind of pieced together and stapled down.
There was a lot of seams and
you
stuff,
know,
right?
it was just somebody making use of some carpet scraps and be like, hey, all right, it's covered, it's good. Everybody's just going to walk on it and do their thing. It was a bit unsightly, but you could tell they were trying to make use of these platforms that were originally meant to come apart and go back together.
I got
so, you know, probably just a handyman doing the best he could. You know, that's the type of stuff I see every day.
All right, so let's talk about this right here. So this is just basic industrial.
This is a standard commercial broad loom. You'd find this in a lot of different office settings. Sometimes people have it in residential places, but in all likelihood, you'd see it in an office or a retail situation.
Yeah.
It's designed for long-lasting durability.
Okay.
You know, the loops are tight and, you know, woven together in such a fashion that it's designed to withstand lots of high abuse and high traffic.
Yeah, well, because we happen to have two lovely ladies that wear high heels all the time. So.
Oh, absolutely, and it can withstand a lot of getting walked on for a long time to come. And,
cool. Well,
you know, that's what we go for when we know something's going to get seeing a lot of feet.
Yeah, well, it's definitely a night and day like what you did for our stages here. But let's talk about your background. So, what is the extent of your flooring background?
So, you know, I got started, basically hopped into a guy's van one morning, and this was back when I was just out of high school.
Yeah.
And as soon as I started to learn the trade, I fell in love. I was able to express myself through my work. You know, there is a lot of artistic expression in flooring, believe it or not. And my mom was an art teacher, so I was able to instill all those craft abilities. And of course, as a high school and middle school student, I was a wrestler. So being on the floor, it just fit.
Yeah.
So, you know, it all made sense for me, and I just did it and never looked back, you know?
Okay, now, do you ever get any flashbacks? Like right now, there's nothing but air and opportunity, huh? That sounds like a wrestler. You see things, all right, Quincy.
Well, you know,
no,
basically, you know, flooring can be a very rigorous type of business. I mean, it is a construction trade, so we got a lot of heavy lifting, but, you know, again, I'm also able to express myself through my work. You know, this is something people are going to see in their homes or their businesses every day, and I really care about what the end result is. And, you know, we do work with tile, hardwood, mosaics,
Hold up, so
all kinds of stuff.
You do more than just carpet and hardwood. Like, I understand that you take care of like what type of subflooring situations?
Yeah, so, you know, sometimes people have rotted subfloors and, you know, from water damage or something like that, and we just go in, you know, we rip out and correct all those issues.
Yeah.
Or people have unlevel floors from where different work's been done through different years. And sometimes you just simply have bad slabs that are, you know, sloping and humped, and we were able to correct those issues and get you right with your next floor.
Right, so there's no job that you haven't seen, as we can look at a few of your pieces of work here, man. It's you know, it's amazing, and I know that you have to be very meticulous when you are laying down floor. It's not just you just cut pieces and put them in place. It's got to be like math comes into play, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. You know,
measurements.
Some flooring is you know, easier than others, but in a lot of cases, you know, what I'm doing does require a lot of attention to detail, and you have to be meticulous and also efficient with your time. So,
no problem.
You know, that's just one of those things about it is I've got a passion for, you know, giving people, you know, a beautiful presentation piece. I like statement pieces when people walk into the house and be like, it's not just the floor. It's like, wow, look at your floor. Oh my goodness, look at your bathroom.
Yeah,
so, you know, so
really
it makes a difference.
Yeah, really quick before we get out, you mentioned your mother. Just briefly tell me, like, how does she influence you and what you've been able to do?
Well, of course, you know, as a teacher, she instilled a lot of what she brought to the classroom with me at home. And, you know, again, you know, art is all about attention to detail. It's also about expression and creativity.
Right.
And these are things that I apply to the flooring trade, as well as, you know, the common sense aspect of, you know, a little bit of brute force and being tough and
now,
you know, doing some heavy lifting. So, you know, I've combined those things with all of my personal talents and, you know, made a business for myself.
Hey, well, you've definitely done that, Eric, and we certainly appreciate what you did to bring our studio back to life. And of course, if you guys are looking to get your flooring done, you can definitely contact Mr. Eric Stevens here. His information is going to be up there on the screen for you. We certainly do appreciate you stopping by, and I got to shake your hand one more
Yes,
time.
sir.
Thank you, thank you.
Happy to be a part of it. Glad to see this, and I mean, glad to make my mark here.
Hey, my man, you will live here forever. All right. Now, when we come back, we're getting ready to crash the party with a comedian actor that you will probably enjoy because he's currently on a cruise ship. So we'll see when we get back. Stay right there.